Here's the interesting part. Why would you feel slowing down when all I talked about was sleepy and tired? What's going on there? So the first thing that happened is the law of attention. Your attention was on concepts like sleep and tiredness. And because your attention is going there, the things around sleep and the things around tiredness start to grow. This is a very important thing for us to be aware of when we're using it as a hypnotic tool. But of course, just talking about random things is not going to help us very much as hypnotists. We need to do work with this. What kind of work? Well, let's begin with something very simple. Let's talk about the idea of trance themes. You have all had a few experiences of being in something that resembles a trance today, have you not? And especially thinking about those times when it was especially pleasant, positive, benign in some way. I'd like you as a group to start posting some words here that describe what words describe or characterize the feeling or the felt sense of what it was like to be in trance for you, right? Calm, peaceful, focus, keep going. Zen, every now and then at least. Deep, trippy, relaxed, empty, relaxing, presence, silence, light, letting go, comfortable, profound, omni, relaxing. Okay, good. Restful, that's a nice term. Natural, tranquil. Do you see how many words are coming up here? They all describe the experience you've had to some degree. Would that be fair to say? What I want to do now is let's pick a selection of those words, right? You can pick any selection you want. I'm going to go with focus, calm, drifting, relaxing, or relaxation, slowing down, stillness, and comfort. That's a nice selection of what we've been talking about here, right? We'll print them up for you in a second so you have them there as well. But honestly, you don't have to be limited to my list. I'm just going to give you a little selection. Of that selection, I'd like for you to choose just 2 trance themes, just true words. Can I have someone else come up for a brief discussion around the hypnotic principle in terms of how we're going to use language? Hi, Jay. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. Very good. Thank you. You enjoying yourself so far?
Yeah, it's fun. It felt like I was in trance giving the, it was almost like a poetry slam that I was just kind of giving, and it felt like I was in trance doing it.
Yes. And honestly, that is the best way to do hypnosis. We'll get into this more tomorrow, but there is a certain kind of performance trance that you can be in that makes this infinitely easier to do. The more you try and think your way through a session, I guarantee you, the harder it'll be. And this will be something that, you'll discover more, the more experience you get. Out of curiosity, where would you put yourself on the experience ladder? On the lower end, higher end?
Middle. I've advanced NLP with Bandler, and I've taken some of your courses, and
nice
executive coach, and I use some of it, but I'd really like to use more of it.
Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So let's look at the principles that we're dealing with so far. So we've got the law of attention. If you've worked with me before, then you may be familiar with the phrase we like to use to describe the law of attention. If not, that's okay. Does anything come to mind? What's the law of attention say?
Well, I think I've taken some online courses with you, but not in person.
No,
and
that's okay.
I think of Tony Robbins' attention, where energy goes, where the focus goes, the energy flows.
That's exactly right. So where attention goes, energy flows, and importantly, that thing grows. So whatever you place your attention on will tend to increase in some way for you, right? Now, added to that, we also have the law of associations, which is somewhat pithily described by Hebb's rule, which is neurons that fire together, wire together. In other words, when your brain experiences 2 things at the same time, they tend to be linked, they tend to attach to each other, and over time become the same thing. Are you with me?
Totally.
Okay. So in the old school days, you'd have hypnotists basically repeating an idea. Your eyes are getting sleepy and tired, sleepy and tired, tired and sleepy, sleepy and tired. And it works, no question about it. It's the Liebald induction, works absolutely fine. It's a little tedious, it's part of the reason that it works, right? But based on what we just talked about, the law of attention and the law of associations, what else do you think might be going on in a sleepy, tired eye style induction like Liebold taught us. What do you think the operative principles there
are? To create focus, which is, I guess, what we had already said.
Right.
And to be open.
So when I say, just experience it for yourself for a second, right? Pay attention to your eyes. They're getting sleepy and tired, tired and sleepy, sleepy, tired, tired eyes. They want to close, tired and sleepy, sleepy and tired. That's right. And relax all the way and learn from the inside out. When you're ready to return, having had an insight, your eyes will open, feel refreshed, relaxed. So that's simply fantastic. Very good. So for you, it didn't last very long, right? And what was your experience of the repetition of the idea of sleepy and tired for you?
It was a slowing down.
It's a slowing down. Now, here's the interesting part. Why would you feel slowing down when all I talked about was sleepy and tired? What's going on there, right? So the first thing that happened is the law of attention. Your attention was on concepts like sleep and tiredness, right? And because your attention is going there, the things around sleep and the things around tiredness start to grow. You experience that, right? Now, when do we normally sleep? What normally comes alongside with sleep? What normally comes alongside with feeling tired? Well, we will slow down. We slow down physically, we slow down mentally. So I mentioned one thing, sleepy and tired, and you experienced an associated condition, slowing down. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So our attention, or rather by mentioning those terms, I get your attention on them. The law of association then unpacks the associations attached to it, and your experience starts to blossom. We're going to do this now, but with our trance themes, comfort, focus, calm, choose any one of those you want, and our power words. Instead of just saying the carpet is green and I feel good, which is random, right? We're going to start combining the power words with trance themes. In this case, I would say, I want you to notice whatever level of calmness you have and feel a sense of focus. Because the more you focus on calmness, the more calmness you can feel, which means calmness starts to spread throughout your body. Now, when you find yourself focusing like this, then you'll really know what it means to feel calm now. Because calmness is inside you already. And that means you can focus on that until it grows in a way that's right for you. Now, until you feel calmness, that focus won't grow any more rapidly, because calmness has a way of bringing your attention in, which means you can focus in a new way, in a way that brings calmness where calmness needs to be. And time out.
If you found this insightful, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating discussions on the power of the mind and hypnosis.